Hello lords and ladies, my name is ArchaicKing. Welcome back to my Let's Play of Story of Seasons. Today we are going to advance to the next day so we can do the Harvest Festival. Pretty sure we're going to win this one. But before we do that, well, I mean, as we do that, I wanted to ask you guys what you got for Christmas. Today is the 26th and the Harvest Festival. What did I get? I didn't get much. I certainly got more than I did last year, because I think last year all I really got was two things I think. Like, I got my PlayStation 4, which I definitely needed after my PS3 just kind of like conked out, and then I got Dragon Age Inquisition. But this year I got some comic books, not too many comic books. I got Witchblade. I'm not sure how many people actually know what Witchblade is. You've either heard that there was a live-action TV show once, you may have seen the anime, you may have read the manga, but all of that is based on the Western comic book Witchblade, which is one of my favorite comic books, even though I haven't been reading it for like a year or two now, simply because I just have not had the money to buy the trade paperbacks. But, and also kind of because a new writer took over, and I didn't really like him. I'm not opposed to, TNA, but like, in the 90s, the, Witchblade comic was kind of nothing but TNA, and then Ron Mars came onto the run, and, which one did I give? I forgot who I already fed. And, I mean, there was still sexy stuff in there, but, you know, it was more tasteful, I suppose. I'm not sure. And I didn't really like the direction that this new writer took, and so I kind of like jumped off like Volume 2. It was called Witchblade Rebirth, and it was right after the universe had rebooted. Like, there's other comic books within the same universe as Witchblade, and things had rebooted, and I mean, I was kind of okay with that, but I just didn't like the direction, so I dropped off. And then I heard Ron Mars came back onto the run after the Rebirth series was over, and I was like, oh man, you know, I need to jump into this eventually. And then I heard the comic book ended, which is, I mean, I'm glad that Ron Mars came back on to help in the comic book. I probably would have been way depressed if it had ended with a completely different writer who hadn't been on it for like Ron Mars jumped onto that run at like 2005, maybe a little bit around that time, and he just made Witchblade so much better. So yeah, I got Rebirth Volume 3 and 4 of that, and then the first volume of Born Again, which is of course leading up to the end of the comic book. And I also got the not the all new. My head is stuck in Marvel right now. I got the New Teen Titans Volume 1, which is DC reprinting some of the first New Teen Titans comic books, which is, of course, I'm not sure if anybody of you read it or watched any of my Teen Titans Go videos, but that is the inspiration for the Teen Titans cartoon that came on about a decade ago almost. And if you like the cartoon, I recommend picking up the book. It's not that expensive. It really isn't. You can easily find it for like $15 or something. It has some other characters that weren't in the cartoon, obviously, like Kid Flash. But Kid Flash was in it towards the end and whatnot. I don't remember if I already brushed all of them. I'm kind of out of it. I'm trying to talk and explain what I got for Christmas, as well as keep a track on what time it is so that we don't miss the Harvest Festival, as well as, you know, multitasking all this. Alright, let's go ahead and get some other milk. Actually, well, let me keep going with the Christmas stuff. I also got, I mean, I got new clothes. I feel like everybody gets new clothes at Christmas. And that's usually when I get new clothes. I don't tend to get it anytime else. I just survive on my Christmas stuff. But I also got the first 3 movies of Star Wars. Like, my mom had heard me talking about how I wanted to rewatch the Star Wars movies, and I was going to go to the library and check them out. leading up to the new Star Wars movie, The Force Awakens, although I never got around to doing that. And so it was nice that, you know, one of the presents I got was the first 3 Star Wars movies, which is probably not, like, I don't, like, I liked the movies back when they came out, like, I really loved them, other than, like, I think even as a kid, I didn't really like Episode 2, Attack of the Clones. Like, it was hard for me to, it was fun when I watched it, but then, like, only a few years later, I wasn't really into it. And I don't hate the prequels like most people do. Everyone has, like, I feel like it's become an overreaction. Like, if you don't like the movies and you don't really like the overabundance of CGI, you don't like the actors that played Anakin Skywalker or things like that, that's 100%, you know, that's 100% fine. That you can do that. I'm not telling you what you can or cannot like. But I feel like over the years, it has gotten to the point where it is the cool thing to hate on the prequels, and thus people overreact, you know, like they get murderously outraged over it, and they're like, oh, they suck so much, I hate them, they make me hate George Lucas, they make me hate Star Wars. I mean, even the actor who portrayed the young Anakin ended up destroying every Star Wars memorabilia he ever had because of the Star Wars movie. And I feel like that's a little bit of overreaction. Well, at least in his case, he's like suffering from schizophrenia, so I mean, you know. But yeah, I feel like it's like generally the cool new thing to do. But yeah, I got the first 3 movies on a Blu-ray and DVD, so I'm probably gonna give those a watch. I'm gonna wait until, like, I want to watch all the Star Wars, like, read and watch everything in chronological order. So of course, you know, start with Episode 1, and then whatever like if there's a comic book or a novel that takes place in between those, read those, then move on to Episode 2. Of course, after Episode 2, there's the Star Wars: The Clone Wars TV show, which arguably is the best thing to come out of the prequel trilogy, in my personal opinion. I have to go back to my house because I forgot to bring it with me. My crops. I forgot that they had to be in your rucksack. But yeah, that's what else I got for Christmas. I didn't get much else really. I got $10 from my brother. I got a gift card to the Dollar General, of all things. Not knocking the present. I appreciate any gift that someone gives me, even if I don't necessarily like it. But don't really go to the Dollar General too much. And it's like a $5 gift card, so it's like maybe has 1-2 uses tops, unless I buy like a lot of cheap $1 things, in which case maybe I got like 3 or 4. This tree popped up out of nowhere. Maybe I got like 3 or 4 uses out of it. It would have been more useful if it was like a Walmart gift card or a Sonic gift card or a restaurant, because I, you know, but you know, not to criticize the gift, obviously. And that's essentially, I'm gonna use my sweet potatoes just because they are the highest. They still are. My sweet potatoes have 4 stars. That's better than anything else I have. But that's pretty much all I got. Have not got a chance to read the comic books yet. It's been a while since I read some comic books. Maybe half a year. I'm hoping to get back into comic books. Because there's a lot of stuff I want to read. But there's like a lot. Like if you think, man, if you ever think, man, there's not enough time or money for me to play all the games I want to play. Well, I mean, in that case, you could just get like GameFly. You know, you have a solution. You're like, oh, there's so many games, I can't afford them all. Get GameFly. Then you have more time and the money to play all the games that you want to play. Sure, they're not at, you know, you can like maybe rent 1 game at a time, 2, 3 at a time, whatever. But with comic books, there is no such solution. I suppose you could get like a subscription at Marvel Unlimited and read older comic books, but you have to wait a long time for like the newer stuff to pop in. Like after like 1 comic comes out like this month, you got like maybe like 3 months wait. But I suppose if you want to do that, then I suppose that's the solution. But it's not like comic book comes out and then it gets added. So yeah, there's a lot of comic books. There's a lot of Marvel stuff, DC stuff, Image, IDW. There's a lot of comic books. And people always tell me, oh, you know, I can't get in the comic books. There's always one comic book for everybody. Like, you will find something that you actually really like. But anyways, yeah, that was long-winded, but just let me guys know what you got in the comments below. I'd like to hear it. Welcome everyone to this year's Winter Harvest Festival. Allow me to introduce our contestants. In the vegetables category, entry number 1, Fee's Farms Fifi, here to show the farm's finest broccoli. Entry number 2, Hind Farms Schultz, here to show the farm's finest radish. Entry number 3, Rosewood Farms Giorgio, here to show the farm's finest broccoli. I think him or Elise is the most difficult opponent to go up to. So even if I have like 4 stars, I could potentially still lose this. Entry number 4, Moon Farms Arcade, here to show the farm's finest sweet potato. I'm also glad that they let you enter any crop from any season as long as you have it, because if you have the greenhouse, it would be unfair if you could only enter stuff that you were currently growing. Alright, so we got Matsuba again. Probably no point in reading some of this. We have a harvest festival every single month, and you've heard this all before, so. Right, I see. Okay. Right, I see. Okay. Let's see. Oh, well, my. Oh, this one's not bad at all. Very fine vegetable. Very fine indeed. Yeah, I won, probably. Ladies and gentlemen, it seems the judging has concluded. We'll now announce the winners. In first place, and the winner of this year's Winter Harvest Festival is... Dun 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 dun. Me! Yes, Moon Farms Arcade. Congratulations. In second place is Yeah, of course you won. Giorgio won second place. Schultz, and then Fifi. Congratulations, everyone, on your wonderful entries. Well, now begins the reward ceremony. Yes, I will step forward. What do I win this time? Congrats, you did some good work. I was really impressed with the entry you presented. Here's your prize, a cooking recipe set 8. Yes, there are some cooking recipes that I need to get. I don't remember if it was set 8 or not. Alright, so that's all. Oh, wait, and I get a trophy, I think? Or that was the... Alright, our sweet potato brand is our gold brand. What's up, suckers? Haha, yes. I don't think that's the highest you can get, but now our sweet potatoes will ship for more. I suppose thinking about it, maybe I should have sold... Well, no. Sweet potato... Was sweet potato a summer crop, or was it it was a spring crop? I can't remember. Because we'll be selling a lot of the stuff that we have hoarded over this past season in spring, because right now I have 600,000 gold estimated, and I only need a little bit more to hit 1 million, and I've been doing that flax thing. Oh my god, I love all of you. Why did no one ever tell me about that before? But like, turn the flag, gold cloth. I started in the gold cloth, and it's like worth what? It's like what, 4,500 gold or something? And I have like 70. I have like 70 in my house. It is so freaking awesome. Thank you for letting me know about that. That is so awesome. Alright, let's go talk to the new people. Obviously, I care more about what they say because they haven't been around this long. When I was little, there was definitely some vegetables I hated. Nowadays, though, I can eat pretty much all of them just fine. They were plucked from their source of life in order to provide food for us. It'd be a shame not to enjoy what they have to offer. Congratulations! Seeing you try so hard today is inspiring me to work a little harder myself. Now, let's see. Where is Natty? Oh, he's over here. Of course he is. He's a jerk. He's over here with Elise. You won? Yeah, I saw. Congrats. You made a good showing today. I don't like him. Like, Elise acts very cold. I think we can all agree on that. That's not debatable. Obviously she has a, ooh, Harvest Festival 5-time winner. Whoa, have I won the Harvest Festival 5 times in a row? Or just 5 times in general? That's pretty freaking cool. But yeah, let me grab that. So, obviously Elise she's not as mean as she appears. She's spoiled. But, like, she's not, like, she's mean, but, it's almost charming, in a way. Like, she says something mean, I'm like, oh, you minx. But when Natty says something mean, I'm just like, I want to hate you so much, I'm going to punch you in your face. But I don't think I've watered any of my crops today, obviously. but I don't want the video to run too long, so of course we're going to do this off screen. Before we do the video, I don't remember if I mentioned this in the last video or in previous videos, but I got a golden egg. A gold egg. And I know that some of your crops can be golden. I'm not sure how that works, if it's just random or what. But I don't know, like, is there a specific purpose for the golden egg? Or is it just like, you just sell it for more? It's worth more, and if you make something out of it or something, it'll be worth more by a little bit more gold, and that's it. I feel like the golden crops would be more useful, because I can't, like, unless I take the golden egg and put it in the incubator, will a golden chicken come out that hatches golden eggs? Tell me if that's true. Tell me if I can get a golden chicken. That would be so awesome. But if that's not possible, then I think golden crops are probably more useful, because then you can take the golden crop, you can dry it up, you can get the golden crop seed, which then you can plant, and then I think you would have, like, unlimited power. No, I'm just kidding. Well, it would be even living space, because it would be the seed, and then you could have golden crops. At least that's how I think it works. But yeah, I almost lost, before we end, I almost lost 2 fields. The root crop field and the tall crop field, because I was trying to get the random events, and I got one random event, which I'll show right now. Welcome. I'm finally getting this random event. I'm so happy. Well, hello, Arcade. What can we do for you? Oh, I just had an idea. Can you hold on a second? Also, if you hear any noise in the background, that's just my laptop making a bunch of racket. I can't help that. Well, dear, what if we asked Arcade to help with collecting those materials? Eh? Alright. Fritz's house. Good point. Doesn't hurt to ask, I suppose. Howdy, Arcade. How are things going with you? Well, I'm okay. Arcade, we have a favor to ask, if you don't mind. See, I've got this job lined up, but I'm a little short-handed. If you could help out, that'd be a real boon. I told Fritz I'd patch up his roof, but I'm not sure whether I've got enough material for the job. So what I'm looking for is your help collecting some of those materials. I'd really appreciate it if you could. Gunther has a hard time turning down requests for help, so sometimes he gets in a bit over his head. Much appreciated. I wasn't exactly asked. Why did I say asked? What the? Whatever. I wasn't exactly asked, though. See, Fritz was here looking at some materials the other day, muttering about his leaky roof, and I couldn't help but offer to fix it. And you know, it's Fritz, so I can't really ask him to pay full price. I figured I could work with what I had on hand, but you see the problem. He said he'd go fix it today, but this morning he discovered he doesn't have enough material for the job. I'd go looking myself, but someone has to mind the shop. We were just wondering what to do when you came in. I guess I was in the right place at the right time. So that's how things stand. I'm going to head over to Fritz's, come along, and we can pick up some materials on the way. Sure, I can help you. Don't offer to pay me or anything. Thanks, okay. Take care now. I'm not sure if they're going to actually ask me to do, like, I have to actually pick some stuff up, or if it's just going to be like an event. Like, we just find stuff. This place should be good enough. Well, at least time won't pass if I actually have to run around picking stuff up. I'm betting there are some useful branches lying around here, so go on and pick up any you see. Yeah, I think I had a similar quest to this, where I actually had to go pick stuff up, but there was no, like, the time wasn't passing or anything. I'll be looking on the right side of the road, so you take the left. Once you've gathered up everything you can, come see me. And I don't think they'll count anything I have on hand already. Let's get started then. Because that's what I did before. I picked up some stuff. Yeah, see, they're going to make me pick it up. So 1. He doesn't actually tell me how many I need to pick up. But, that's all that's on the left side of the road. So I'm assuming... Alright, let's go ahead and talk to them. That's all we had. Ah, that looks like plenty. Good work. Let's move along then. Since you're already here, how about coming along the rest of the way and carrying those? Hey Fritz, I'm here to fix your roof. Oh man, I haven't seen Fritz in forever. Oh, hey Gunther, you really came, and you brought Archaicking too. Of course I came. A man's gotta keep his promises, you know. I ended up needing more materials than I had on hand, so I asked Archaicking to help me out. Really? Thanks for pitching in, Archaicking. Well, I'm gonna get started on that roof. Why don't you two go on inside and relax? Huh, I'm surprised he doesn't ask me to help. Sounds good to me. Come on, Archaicking. You thirsty? I've got some tea on. Also, is it me or everything's going really slow? Almost laggy. That's a weird scene. Well, that's some good tea, ain't it? I'm not really a tea person, but I appreciate the gesture. I might not look like the type, but I can be pretty picky when it comes to tea. But anyway, how about that Gunther? He's a really good guy, always willing to lend a hand. You know, I stopped by his shop the other day looking for some boards to fix my leaky roof. But when he heard me, he said it was too dangerous for me to clamber around up there, and that I should leave it to a pro carpenter. Also, our cups are huge. I just noticed that. Okay, it's all patched up now. Even if there's so much wind, the rain's blowing in sideways, and not a drop's gonna get through. I suppose I'll head on home then. No, come on, have some tea with us. Hey, Gunther, wait a second. I gotta pay you. Don't you worry about that. This one's on the house. Literally. Really? Thanks a million. I'll bring you some fresh veggies for my next harvest. Promise. I'd appreciate that, though I won't hold my breath. Later. I guess Fritz is sort of like the really bad farmer. I find that hilarious that I've become like I'm not a noob anymore. And so like I've surpassed him. Oh, okay. Anyways, that was Gunther's promise. Alright. Let's, move on. So I got that event. Couldn't get the other two events. Was so focused on doing that let me water while I talk. I was so focused on doing that I forgot that my tall crop field expired. Which is why I'm so glad that they kind of give you like this 1-day grace period. Or is it maybe 2-day grace period, really? Because on the day it expires, you don't have to renew it then. You can renew it the day after, and you'll be fine. But like past that, you're screwed. And on the day after it expired, the root crop field expired. And when I saw that, I was like, oh crap. Oh crap. Oh crap, oh crap, oh crap. Did I lose the tall crop field? Because that would be depressing. This would be the worst time to lose any tall crop, any field, because then I would have to, my schedule would be really delayed, and I'd have to make sure what I was doing. As you can, just point this out before we end. Oh, I'm not really, I'm not growing anything here anymore, obviously, because it's the 30th. There's no point in growing more crops. Oh man, some of this stuff is ready. I did not notice that. Alright. I might as well start, like, pulling these up, because I think there's only, like, one more day. But anyways, that's going to be it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please make sure to leave a like or a comment. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing for more Story Seasons content. Take care.